Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and we're going to do a quick little Redline Club catch-up, I guess. I've got these two models here. I think I'm going to keep them in the collection. I don't know. The Camaro I'm going to keep for sure. I do have another version of this Raptor. I've got the one that first came out in blue. It's a beautiful release. I don't know necessarily that I'm going to keep this one, but I guess, we shall see. Definitely going to keep this Camaro, though. I wanted one example of this casting, and why not just keep the first one that came out? I'm sure they're going to release subsequent ones. This one looks pretty cool in like the antifreeze green color. So, thought I'd snag on that. This we'll do this one first, actually. This one's limited to 30,000 pieces, so there's quite a few of them out there. I got number 19059. Nothing real significant about that particular number. You could take a look here if you want to read that. Let's see here. Pretty cool. Pro touring car. Should be pretty neat. I've been passing on a lot of Redline Club models this year. But then again, I've decided, I'm going to go for them. I'll buy them, and if I don't want them, maybe I'll end up just flipping them or trading them or doing whatever. But the ones I ended up getting in my hands, I pretty much have kept because, I don't know, once you get them, I like them a little bit more than what I see in pictures. So this does look actually really, really cool. Let's go ahead and get it opened up. Card art, per usual, is cool. It came shipped in a protector. Of course, I've already removed that because we were going to open the model. So let's go ahead, open it up, and set it down. Now again, it's Spectra Flame, this mirror finish. You really don't want to get fingerprints all over it for you loose car collectors because they're a pain to get it to look perfect again. I have just thoroughly washed my hands, so this should be fairly free of oils. But I still don't want to really touch the model too much. And it looks pretty awesome. Of course it rolls, it's a Hot Wheels. And looks, perfect. I don't see any issues, any quality control issues off the bat here. We got a metal base, of course, metal body, metal base, painted black metal base, riveted construction. There's some details on the bottom there for you. And the big deal is this hood going to shut proper? We got a fingerprint already right up on there. It's kind of cool. The hood's got like a little cutout for the kind of fender well to fit in so the hood shuts good. So let's take a look at the motor actually first. There's your LS, and nice amount of detail in there. It is a piece that's like molded in. It's not a separate piece for the engine, and then it's just detailed. So let's go ahead and shut the hood. And it appears we got a pretty flat, there's a little piece of metal flashing right here. A little shaving. And it looks like the hood shuts pretty good. Pretty decent. There's a little bit of a, I guess it could shut a little bit tighter. But it's not bad. It's not popped up at all. So that is good. So what do you guys think about this one? Did you go for this one or not? With 30,000 pieces, you would think a lot of people that actually wanted it probably got it. I don't know if this was like crazy popular, and I don't know how long it took it to sell out. I'm really not sure, but with 30,000 pieces, you'd think it would take longer than normal. Looks like there's a little bit of a paint issue right here. Let's see that. Right there. Almost like the camera's having kind of a hard time focusing on this Spectra Flame. Here we go. So there's that. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if that can be rubbed out at all here. I got like this little microfiber glove. Just going to kind of buff on it just a little bit here. And no, it just made it more prominent. So that's kind of a disappointment right there. Little mark there on the back. It's a little bit scratched up like on the sail panel too. So a couple of little quality control issues. There's that. You can actually feel a little bit of texture there, which makes me think it actually might come off. Oh yeah, I think it will. I have this little model wax stuff I can try on it. Oh, there she goes. So it just needed to be a little scrapage with a fingernail. And then it is coming off, whatever it is. Look at that. Well, that's good news. So anyway, I like it. I think it's a pretty decent model. Decent little model. So let's take a look now at the Raptor. Now the Raptor comes packaged differently. I think these are both the same price though. So the Raptor, we get the acrylic case packaging, which actually for RLC cars, I prefer this packaging. I'm sure a lot of you carded collectors don't. I prefer it because it's easy. Its own display cases within itself, so it's kind of nice. You can almost stack these up. You can't quite stack them up, but without the inner box, I guess you can. Oh, just a quick look around the outer box. But I like them because you can display them in the acrylic case. You don't have to necessarily take them out and put them in on its own display case if you don't want to. You can just do that. Plus, you can take the model out, in and out, without really much issue. The only thing that denotes it being sealed, I guess, is these little stickers, which are easily removable. And then, I mean, you can buy these little circle stickers and stick them back on. So, I mean, even just peeling this off, real easy. I could just get one of these and peel it back on. You'd never know that I've actually opened it or not. So, I do like the fact that they are reclosable. So if you choose to, you can save the packaging, open up the car, take pictures of it. It doesn't really devalue the model to remove it from the packaging. So this one, limited to 25,000 pieces, a little bit more limited. And I got number 17864. Once you get this nice, neat little box, and then... and there's the model right there. We got a rubber band in there. Definitely want to get rid of that. So we are going to do that. I don't know why they still use rubber bands on these things. I wish they would not. So again, nice clear acrylic case, high quality plastic. It does feel. It's not like chintzy plastic. This one comes right off. Sometimes these are a little bit more difficult to get off. But thick plastic, clear plastic, good plastic. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we got a kind of a plainish brown base, a little bit of texture on there. And of course the number for the vehicle right there. And then we got two Phillips head screws that are holding the model to the base. Which I'm telling you right now, use a flathead for these. Don't use a Phillips. Flathead that just fits in one of the slots works great. Tends not to slip or strip out the thing. Long screw on this thing. Long post for the front. And here's the back. Because these RLC models, they really tend to be in here. They're like torqued tight onto these bases. Any Hot Wheels thing with a screw tends to be torqued in there pretty good. It goes a lot for the older Hot Wheels 100% line as well. But here we go. Here's the Ford Raptor. I already put a nice big fingerprint on there. And we're going to remove the rubber band immediately. And that is not going to go back on the model. If you wanted to, I guess, repackage it, you could save this thing. I don't know why you would, really. I guess it keeps the hood from going down, but you could always pack a packing peanut in or something like that with it if you wanted to ship the model and make sure it arrives safe without the hood banging up and down. You could definitely do it that way. The reason why I ended up deciding to go for this thing is because when's the next time you're going to see like a Spectre Flame camo? And I thought that was a cool thing. Does the tailgate go down on this thing? I think it does. Yeah, it does. This one is super stiff. I'm not going to force it down because I'm afraid if I do successfully get it down, we ain't getting it back up. The hood feels pretty stiff on this one too. Not much to look at under there either. There's just black under there. So really, to my, in my opinion, no real need to even have an opening hood if you're not going to like print some detail under there. There's like nothing under there. What was the point? Might as well just have the hood shut. So we'll remain shut there. You can see it's got a little bit of oilage from the rubber band, where the rubber band was, so we'll have to wipe that off. So I will wipe it down with a microfiber before putting it back into the case and then displaying it that way. I don't know, it's kind of an underwhelming one for me, but I did get it just because I'm like, when's the next time, like I said, that you're going to see some weird Spectraflame, like camouflage kind of look. And I thought that that was interesting enough to get this model. Plus the interior seems to be pretty detailed too. We got kind of a two-tone thing going on in there, some tan and black. Black and tan. And overall it looks all right. For your fans of the Ford Raptor, I'm sure you picked this one up. It's got a fair amount of good detail and stuff like that. It looks pretty good. I still think the original one that came out in blue is the best one so far. There was one that also came out in Gulf. I did not grab that one. I probably should have grabbed it, honestly, just to flip it down the road, because for some reason Gulf is just still popular. Still a thing. This hood line right here, just being picky, does not look perfect. The gap over here is a little bit wider than the gap right here. I was just trying to reopen it and maybe push it in. But the hood is shut as far as it will go, and you can see a little bit of a gap right there. The fact that the model is black in the grill and black on the tip of the hood kind of hides that good, but still, like I said, if you're not going to put details underneath the hood, I really don't see the point of an opening piece. It's not going to do much for pictures to have the hood open on this thing, something like that. So I don't know really what you do with it, or display it with the hood open. There's really nothing to look at under there, so there's really no purpose to me. This one, on the other hand, has much more to look at under the hood, so you can see it, although this is going to be a harder one to get open once you've closed it, and I'm not even going to try to go back in there now because she's shut tight, and we will put it in my display case just like it sits right here. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Overall, I'm curious, Redline Club for this year, have you guys gone for a lot of the models? Are you members? This has been an odd year because they've opened it up to everybody to be able to order. I got the Mangusta. That was the one I really, really wanted. So I was able to get the models that I've really, really wanted, which is really just that one. And then I did get the custom Datsun 240Z was from this year. I'm trying to think of what else was from this year. I don't think I really missed out on anything I didn't really care for. So far so good. Although I haven't been terribly excited about a lot of the models. This one I almost passed on to, but decided to go ahead and grab it. Well, actually, my friend wanted me to grab them for him, and I didn't know that someone else was already grabbing one for him, and I ended up being successful, and so did my buddy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep this thing, and I'm kind of glad I did. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think again in the comments below about the RLC club this year. Sans the complaints about not being able to get cars. I'm just really curious about, if you think the cars have been worth the effort this year. That would be my curiosity. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching another episode. Check out the, all sorts of playlists and stuff on this channel. I keep them pretty organized. So check those out. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff, and have a good day.